stream. It was recommended to me in an email by someone who will remain anonymous, that it might be interesting for my stream for me to comment on current events at the opening of the stream. Now, having said that, that's an interesting idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's better than just sitting here silently, but also I'm doing work. So if you can gain benefit from it, then do it. But if you can't, then I don't, just keep it moving. I don't know why I have to derive more value into what I'm doing. I do talk about what I'm doing, though. So I was at the library today, and I looked at Frank Miller, who might be the greatest graphic novelist of all time. Actually, let's see what the internet says about that. I think Frank Miller might be the greatest. I could be wrong, but I'm starting to think that that's not the case. I think not the case that I'm wrong. Let's see. Ooh, that's me. Yeah, the greatest of all time. Well, who is the greatest? Are they going to say that guy who did Mouse? Probably. Greatest graphic novelist of all time. Not the greatest graphic novel. They're saying Mouse is the greatest graphic novel. It came out in 1986. It's a year before I was born. So how could I have read it in time? No, I don't. It probably wasn't even that big a deal. Look at this. Alan Moore. Okay, Frank Miller and Alan Moore. I'm actually that might be a sin to think that they're the same person, but they kind of feel like similar people. They have kind of a similar look. Frank Miller, Alan Moore, Saga Volume 1. Okay, From Hell, Alan Moore. God forsaken. By the time I'm done with this graphic novel, I'm just going to start reading these graphic novels and just read them on a regular basis. I think this is really an awesome platform for creation. And so I'm really impressed by it. And I picked up Sin City. I picked it up and looked at it. Alan Moore did V for Vendetta in 1988. Wow. So let's look at Alan Moore's got The Killing Joke from Batman. I mean, I don't know. Some people might like that. I heard it's a little nah. And then you have From Hell. Ooh, Will Eisner did a book in 1978. Now that's something to look into, because he must be what the Eisner Awards made after. So let's see what's the earliest graphic novel. It might be Frank Miller. Frank Miller may have started the whole thing, or Will Eisner before him. Neil Gaiman did The Sandman. That was recommended to me years ago. You guys got any recommendations for a graphic novel? How to Be Happy. Is that a newer one? How to Be Happy. Yeah, 2014. Was this written by a lady? I'll read something from a woman. Eleanor Davis. Okay, cool. I'm into it. Who is it? There's a woman directed American Psycho. That's a very concise movie for what it is. And I think it's one of those things that people don't realize that it's a comedy. 1989. You see Will Eisner in the late 80s putting a graphic novel out. That's interesting. This might be a new art form. Daredevil Born Again by Frank Miller. So Frank Miller, I wonder if Frank Miller can do what he does, because his art's very stylized. It's not as detailed as the rest of them. Because what's really kind of happening is a lot of comic books, they're putting 4 comic book issues together, 4 or 5, and then compounding them and then saying that they're graphic novels. But I am no authority on graphic novels. Contract with God. What was the first graphic novel? Adventures of Obadiah Oldbuck in 1842. No. Well, I guess there's always the pioneers, right? Which is considered to be the world's first. Okay. Who is the father of graphic novels? His name is Will Eisner. Many people call him the father of graphic novels. All right, Will Eisner. Do you guys want to see this research I'm doing? I might as well show you guys what I'm doing, huh? Share the wealth, right? Let's see where we're at here. Chrome. No. Where are you at? How come I can never find this stuff? Yeah, for some reason it's not here. Do I have to put a new one together? Bum. Oh, hold on one second. I'm waiting on a client to give me some feedback. Yeah, it looks like it's good. Everyone wants work right before Shy Tag. Chicago Toys and Games. Sometimes I have to turn away clients because then I can't make everyone's deadline. But you know what they say? You should increase the, Will Eisner died in 2005. Oh, wow. I was back when I graduated high school 20 years ago. Will Eisner was an American cartoonist. Okay. Oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. I forgot to grab another. Will Eisner. There we go. So, Will Eisner, you can see some of what I'm looking at. I guess, I wonder if I can, there we go, something like this. I think the future of streaming is, I got to get quick with it, but it is what it is. Okay, so he was born in 1917. Oh, so he lived a long life. But let's see what Wicca, everyone knows everything on Wikipedia. Wicca know it all. Wicca. No, kitty. I'm working. No, kitty. Take your toys out of here. Where do we go? Come on. Okay. Will Eisner was an American cartoonist, writer, and entrepreneur. That's probably one of the keys for these graphic novelists is that they have to be entrepreneurs. I think it's really difficult for a lot of creative people to figure out how to make it work on their own. Writer, entrepreneur, cartoonist, one of the earliest cartoonists in American comic book industry. Okay, the Spirit. Wow. So he must have seen he saw the creation of Batman and all that stuff. So was noted for the experiments in content in form. In 1978, he popularized the term graphic novel with the publication of his book, A Contract with God. Don't be over here biting me, kitten. Get out of here. He was an early contributor for formal comic studies with his book, Comic and Sequential Art. Oh, you know what's interesting is that book is constantly in my, what do you call that? Like my box or basket or whatever on Amazon. No, kitten. You want to come up here? Come say hi to the people, huh? Come and hang out. No, she just wants to play with her toy. She just wants me to play with her. She doesn't want to be held. Why are you snorting? Sequential art. Maybe I should buy that. The Eisner Award was named in his honor and is given it to recognize achievements each year in the comics medium. He has one of 3 inaugural inductees to the Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame. Oh, wow. They have a Comic Book Hall of Fame. I never would have guessed. I really, really never would have guessed. Eisner's father, Samuel Shmuel Eisner, was born in 1886. Wow. One of 11 children. Okay, I don't want to. Early life. Eisner and Iger. Oh, wow. Listen to these names. The Spirit. In late 39, just before Christmas time, he recalled in 1978 quality comic publisher Everett Busy Arnold came to me and said that the Sunday newspapers were looking for a way of getting into comic book boom. Oh. So there was a comic book boom. I wonder if we're in a boom time for comics. Get out of here, kitty. Go live your life. I think it's just so hard to get one artist or one or two artists committed to it. I think it gets very expensive. It's the reason why these comics are hard to get out. Anyway. So back to our comic. Actually, I'm a little more interested in this. What if we... Yeah, they're all pretty modern. What do we ask Google? V for Vendetta. Most prolific graphic novelist. Saul Bass. The graphic designer. I said graphic novelist. X-Men 1 isn't a graphic novel. God bless it. Maybe there's just the data's not out there. It might not be that easily available. Anyway, so I got to black out a lot of these scenes and cut some stuff out too. This would be an interesting one. This one too. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of job bot work that I've already done that hasn't made it here. This would be an interesting one to do. Where's my... Where in the world is... Oh, goodness. Can't find my glove. Yeah, we'll go without it for now, huh? Yeah. I'm good. How you doing? Thanks for asking. I hope everything's good on your side of the computer. On your side of the computer. Yes. Yes, of course. Your side of the computer. Let's just get in here. Get these black lines in here. Should probably get in here and do a little more detail. I think I could probably extract a little bit more out of this. But I'm not sure we have the time. So I might have to live with what we got. You know? You know, you know, you know. If you know, you know. I might have to cut this out because it doesn't really make sense. Let's drop this down a little bit. Get in there. Oh, and this one eye is actually bad. Forgot about that. Gonna make that work. I think this actually works. Actually, I think this works. Let's merge this down. Not too bad, huh? Actually, I think this was 106. Oh, can you guys even see what I'm doing? I might be one of the worst hosts on the internet. Nah, there's worse. I've watched the lives, y'all. I've watched the lives. Didn't really handle that scene either. Oh my god. There's so much to do before this goes out. That's a funny one. Nope. It's a dense amount of work, but I guess it just is what it is, right? That's why y'all gotta make investments. Make investments. Because if the shit hits the fan, then you liquidate your assets and you have nothing. But at least you had something to liquidate. MTG, most prolific artist, made a graphic novel. What the hell?
What it do, comic babies? I'm Bunkmaster B, and today we're talking about something I've been getting into pretty heavy recently, and that is magic cards. That's right, that thing that.
All right, I'm over it. He's got some nice compendiums behind him, though, but I don't think this is relevant to me. All right, so we were doing this one, and then I kind of... Where did we go? Oh, this. Here we go. Here was one. Oh, and then I started doing that job bot short. I feel like I haven't done anything, but I already put a post together. So that wasn't too bad. Those compendiums, though. We'll look them tomorrow. Oh, Pittsburgh versus Syracuse. The Delphi murders. Oh, goodness. I don't know why I ever got into true crime. Ooh, medieval Dr. Dre. Ooh, I'm a little surprised by this. Hold on. Let me just text him. You know, I feel like medieval music probably went harder than this. You might have to pull out the cover today. No, Kitty. No, Kitty, this is not about you. She just thinks I'm playing games. No, Kitty, this is not a game. No, Kitty. No, Kitty, this is not a game. No, Kitty. Say hi to everybody. You're so little. I feel like, oh, she licked me before she bit me. You gonna eat me? She bites a lot. Be nice. Stop biting so much. No. Ow. You savage. No. No. Look into the camera. Let them know what a savage looks like. Get out of here. Get out of here. She is a spoiled girl. When she doesn't get what she like, or if she doesn't get what she wants, she gets violent. This music's boring. No, it's actually all right. I just want to say it's boring so people think I'm cool for hating on this kind of music. Actually, if I go too cool with the music, they'll ban the video. What do we got here? Is there anything? Ooh, I want to play some Les Mis. I want to listen to my own music. I don't know what I can do for you guys. Put some Nintendo music on. I'm going to listen to my own music. Are you really working if you can listen to music while you work? I guess if you're a boss. Oh, shoot. Let me see if I get an email back. Speaking of... Oh, nice. It's too bad I can't get out to enough of my people. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Let's, there we go. No, Kitty. We were just fighting, Kitty. God damn it, Kitty. What do you want, Kitty? You just want to be here and get petted? Like this? Like a kitty that gets petted? Oh, yeah. Yeah. She's so little, too. She's just a little baby. All right, you're getting fur everywhere. I gotta get one of those handheld vacuums, like my old buddy Lucas Pitzenbarger used to have when he lived with me. I was like, "Do you need me to be more like cleanly?" And he was like, "No, I'm just gonna get one of these handheld dirt devils." One of the best roommates I ever had, actually. Who's the worst roommate I ever had? No comment. He knows who he is. It looks like she's dipping her head into a tranquil lake. You see that? All right, girl. I can't pet you forever. You gotta go. 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 She hears me talking and it just makes her want to take my time up, I guess. Now, this little bit of Donkey Kong. Tropical Freeze. No, maybe not. What's my favorite graphic novel? I don't think I have one, honestly. I'm actually, this is maybe a little bit too much information about me, but I don't think I have a, I'm a storyteller who can draw. So I've entered this other market. It'd be like if I was a professional athlete and I was playing one sport and then I decided to play baseball, you know, because I'm an athlete. So, and the same thing, I'm a storyteller and I'm an artist. So I decided to try a different lane and I'm not going to pretend I'm something that I'm not. And so I have to learn to love this. Ooh, synth goblin music. Some cool art, right, Key? Cool art, right, Key? No, 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 no reason to freak out. We're not going to fight all the time. Making everything into some sort. Quit flinching. I get to hit you twice for flinching. 2 for flinching. Right? It's a cool song. It's put up 4 months ago. All right, spoiled girl. You gotta go now, okay? You gotta go. I don't think she gets it. All right, well, I gotta get my work done. You can't be out here distracting me. Otherwise, if it doesn't get done, I'm gonna be very sad. So maybe we'll put one paw here and one paw here. We'll put one here. We'll put one here. And that'll probably do it for what we need on this. Probably put Colonel Spitz right here. Show that he's crazy. One thing is tough, confusing your audience. That causes issues. Ooh, how old am I? That's a good question. That's a good question. Pretty old. Okay, so meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. What? Let's see. Yeah, we're going to have to schedule a shoot like in the next couple of days. I don't know. Let's see. Yep. Oh boy. What are you? Oh, she doesn't stop. Oh, sorry, Kitty. You're good. Continue. Continue. Man, I'm acting like I got some kids or something. No, she was being good. Her name's What is my cat's name? Oh my God. I'm going to have Alzheimer's or something. I need to do things to avoid cognitive decline. My cat's name is Charlie. She's a sweet girl. Some more of these. What we can do with this? Nice. So then we got this one, and then let's do one that's just kind of Frankenstein paws. With the head back like this. Hey, I missed watching you, my guy. Hey. Yeah, I was checked out for a little bit. Doing some other stuff. But we got plenty of work to do, my friend. Plenty of work to do. Yeah, when was the last time I streamed? Couldn't have been too long. A couple days ago. Let's see. Looks like I streamed yesterday for about an hour. And then there was about a 3-day gap. Yeah. But Gray Fox, you only like to watch the live itself. So yeah, you don't watch the delays. And you're a YouTube guy too. This music. This image is fucking dope though. Check out this image. Let me pull it in. It's cryo crypt. I love this kind of shit here. It reminds me of Time Pass. Look at this. This is so dope. One color. I could probably do Conformity Farm like this and these kinds of shades. You know, it's funny enough, I'm actually running our current test print is something that I've never done before, which is that I'm actually printing color, which actually it increases the price of print by like a factor of like 4 or 5. Color is very, very expensive. That's the reason why these books are in black and white. But I love the choice here, the red, but not too deep of a red, you know. And it's just one color. I love this shit. And then you have like an iron or like just a metal helmet. It's got some jewelry on, which is whatever. He's jacked. He's got these shoulder pads, and he's holding on to this really tattered piece here. And yeah, it's pretty badass. I like that it's worn down and stuff. People love that kind of stuff. I was at the hospital for 2-3 days with severe dizziness. I had a stress test done as well. So definitely missed you, friend. I like the colors. You had a stress test. You're having issues with stress? You know, it's interesting. I have a friend of mine who is he is I don't even know how you say this, like a nuclear physician. He uses nuclear technology to make tests on people's bodies. So he's like this, he's a specialist. And one day he called me out of the blue, which is, you know, not something that happens that often. You know, people generally, they're on their routines or whatever. And he called me out of the blue, and I was in a weird state at the time. And he goes, is this a good time? Are you okay? You know, kind of thing, like, you know. And I basically was telling him about the stress I was having in my life. And he's like, I'm really sorry to hear about that. And I said, as a doctor, if you could make an announcement to the world, like one major piece of advice, what would it be? And he said, I would tell people to manage their stress. And basically, the thing that separates a lot of people in this world from each other are the people who have healthy stress responses and have adapted to stress, and then those who have unhealthy stress responses. And that's the great divider. And it's such a complex issue and such a customized issue that there isn't great advice for it. It's the individual. It's up to the individual. Stress test for my heart on the treadmill. The dizziness is a residual from stroke I had in May. And for anxiety and stress as well. Okay. So you had a stroke. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, so there must be a lot of stress going on, huh? You said also that you need to lose weight. You were saying you're working on your weight and stuff. So that might be some stress too on your heart. Yeah, it's a big thing. Well, I'm glad you're with us. Right, meow. But yeah, where we got here? Yeah, anxiety will do it. I have issues with anxiety too a little bit, but most of mine is just like unhealthy thinking patterns that I picked up in my the environment I grew up in. And okay, you make my day when I see you. That's what's up. That's what's up. Are we? All right, let's find some other music. Let's switch it up. I just don't want to get hit with some sort of no, there's an NFL game on right now. Ooh, cool Minotaur. I watched the Sarah Boone case today. A lot of that. That was wild to watch. I think I reacted to the Sarah Boone, the Jim Can't Swim Sarah Boone video. So that's on the video somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that didn't get clipped. Top 10 favorite Stephen King books. Oh my God, I'd love to meet Stephen King. He's someone I'd like to pick his ear. I feel like as a graphic novelist, he'd actually probably be interested in chatting with me a little bit. But as a writer, I'm so rudimentary compared to him. I don't even think he would find my stories that interesting. I think he'd be like, okay. Ooh, the Goo Goo Dolls. I love the Goo Goo Dolls. Let's see. PlayStation music. There we go. PS1, y'all. Oh crap, yes, I remember that case. Bro, that's some creepy stuff. Oh yeah, dude, it gets even wilder. So there were a lot of videos on Sarah's phone. And it's kind of interesting. Tomorrow, they're going to be up pretty early tomorrow too, so I might actually have that on. I don't know if that'll get me in trouble or not, but I doubt it. Shouldn't. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I mean, it got really, really bad. The thing about the Sarah Boone case is that once the prosecution started laying out some of the details of their relationship, there were a number of what do you call that? Basically orders where he was ordered, no contact orders towards her boyfriend, George. I don't think any of this stuff is necessary. Most of this stuff is just sponsored stuff. So I don't really need to see this. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the case. Yeah, so basically what happened though is that she had a no contact order against George, but it appeared as though George would keep coming over, and then she would call the cops on him and he would get arrested. And honestly, I mean, I don't have all the information obviously, but what's going on here? Why can I not? We just start merging all this stuff together now. What in the world? I must have a selection somewhere. There we go. She had a no contact order from him, and he would come over and get drunk and fall asleep, and she would call the cops on him. And it seemed as though really what the dynamic was that she got the no contact order, and then they would continue to have a romantic relationship. Didn't seem like he could say no to her, but I would probably say the same about her. She seemed like they were both in love with each other, but it was a toxic relationship. And so he would come over and they would have a relationship, and I think when they would have a fight, she would wait for him to fall asleep, and then he would get arrested. And this happened like 5 times, and they showed the cops' body cam of this situation, and it was always the same situation. And in the last moment, he locked her out of her apartment. Just wild shit. Oh, I'll be right back. More coffee. What are you doing in here, Kitty? I agree. I'm working on a graphic novel. Thanks for asking. Oh my God. I don't think I could ever be a dermatologist. I'm very tempted to get a tattoo. I've really been considering getting a tattoo. I think it would only make sense if it was something that I came up with, though. Maybe put something in my forearm. Something like right here. Yeah. No. Well, I'm streaming now, so there you go. What in the world happened to my little glove? I don't know. All right, let's crank through this. Charlie probably took off with your glove. I mean, she probably did. Charlie! You know, it might be in the last thing. Oh, I'd really like to have that glove. Charlie! Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Ah, here you go. You were right. She put it in her little stash area. Charlie, you stinker. Uh-oh, I'm over here teasing her. She's gonna be like, do you want to play now? Oh, where's my stuff? Ugh. No, Charlie. No, no, no. She does not care. We should get more than one camera so that people can see what you're up to, Charlie. The Charlie cam. The Charlie cam. If anyone can, it's the Charlie cam. You're taking up too much of my time, Charlie girl. Go play with your toys. Go play with your toys, Charlie girl. Yeah. You want a snack? I'll give you some treats, huh? You want some crunchy treats? Okay, you want some meow mix? There you go. There you go. That'll get you off my lap for a little bit. Have some treats. Ugh, they smell awful. Now I need to clean my hands. Gotta constantly keep cleaning them hands. I will say, from becoming an old man, gotta be careful. Also, living in the city too, I feel like things just easier to pick up stuff. Living in the city, you're right on top of everything, and everything's ventilated, and you're indoors a lot, and you go to different locations. It's just is what it is. Okay. I'm always worried about rolling over. You know, I never actually have stepped on it or anything like that. It's always a big issue. Always a big It's always a big issue. I mean, we speak in such generalities. Or speak for yourself, bucko. If you could only have one graphic novel and you were on a deserted island, which one would it be? Oh, God. Maybe something on survival. Doesn't have to be a graphic novel. Something's going to help me survive because I am not prepared for that. I need convenience. Gotta make a few more of these to blend them in here. Maybe we'll do something like... This definitely feels like video game music. So we'll do that one, and then maybe we'll do... What if we just got one that just lays on the ground like this? Just like... I kind of don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be talking to nobody. Like this. Looks like he's putting up the middle finger. Oh, goodness. You ever thought about making animation? Yeah, I've thought about it. I could go so far as to say that I've done it. What? Oh, wow. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me any more about living on a desert island. Deserted island. An island with desserts? Is dessert and desert spelled the same way? Ooh, I did not know about that. Look at Brett doing really well. Cool, man. All right, I can't get too distracted by this stuff. I think you're right, though. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to have that conversation, we can move it to the Discord, but I'm not going to really focus on that right now. Okay, let's do another weird cat. If I were to get you a friendship bracelet, where should I send it? I don't have a shipping address available to the internet. So that's something I'll have to take care of at some point. But for now, my address is pretty difficult to find. I guess it's not that hard to find. So if you really want it, you're going to have to work a little bit harder than that. No, I didn't say you were being a creep. No, don't worry about it. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. I'm a creep. So this kind of works. Maybe we'll make the horizon line right here, which would cause this to kind of come together like this. It'd be funny if some of them just like fell through the window. I'm not answering any questions about the election. The election doesn't have anything to do with me. I mean, I'll be participating, but it's not. What I say or do isn't going to help or hurt me. Did I say I was a creep? I don't even realize that. I just be out here talking. These are some pretty epic images too. This one too. And I don't think this fits correctly. No. Oh, wow. I don't know. We're going to have to wait. We'll talk about this tomorrow. This is not something I can think about right now. These songs are cool, I guess. Super gamer guy. It's not like I'm some sort of super gamer guy. Does my husband give me allowance? Question mark. Ooh, they're streaming. Providence Smile. That channel used to be, that guy was putting out his own graphic novels, and now he's just dating a girl in, I don't know, like in the Philippines or something. Chill Wave. Ooh, this is cool. Man. It'd be so dope to make an anime movie, but we already know that those like don't really do that well. Well, because then we have story B. Let's make sure we stay conducive with this. I don't know. I don't know what song this is. Dang, that's rough. So he's still kind of got a scarf. He's kind of got like a cape type thing around him. I don't know if that's as effective. I want to pull that back a little bit. Who up farming them conformity right now? Who there out there farming their conformity farm? You gotta farm your conformity. Gotta get that conformity together when you farm it up. Who there conforming up that conformity? Actually, Skeletal Man, that's maybe one of the best questions I've ever received. Who out there farming that conformity? Who there getting that conformity? Thank you. I'm here all night, boss. That's pretty funny. You're welcome to stick around. You're a funny one. Man, a sense of humor will get you far in life, I'll tell you what. Especially with money people. I noticed that. People just want to laugh. At a certain point, they get that it's going to be hard. And so if you have a little bit of a sense of humor, that'll get you pretty far. Thank you. Who there? Who out there farming that conformity? Good advice from the wise conformity farmer, the ultimate conformist. Let me tell you something. If there's any advice I could give you, it would be is the moment someone gives you something to do, an idea to believe it as soon as possible. Don't delay. Listen to as many ideas as possible and understand them all, or don't understand them. Just make sure to conform. Conform immediately. Conform to whatever idea is nearest to you. You don't have time. Conform today. Who's this sexy sword guy anyway? Oh, that'd be Charda. This would be our boy Charda. You want to see Charda? Let me show you Charda from the front. Let's take a look at, see if we got something that can explain Charda a little bit better. Here's Charda from the front. It's a frog like. Oh, here's a good one. It's a good one. Here's another panel of him. I know it's really dark, but we work in black and white, so. He looks like me when I had flesh. Oh, Skeleton Man, you're without flesh. Well, this is the perfect time of month to come out. You won't get judged. Gotta be careful of getting judged by all them fleshies. Oh yeah, flesh be with ya. So I think we'll do that far with the close. This can't stay. I like that mark. Oh yeah. So true, man. Public indecency is such a skeletal problem. It really is. What would be a skeletophobia? Yeah, I guess that's what it would be. Skeletophobia. Skelactophobia. Something like that. Maybe what we'll do is put these guys throughout here. Yeah, he lost this dynamic pose when I put the clothes on him. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. That's all right though. We'll just keep moving forward. My favorite movie of all time? Well, that's kind of a tough one. I would say I really like the movie Dumb and Dumber a lot, but uh, more of the serious movies, I just love There Will Be Blood. It's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie with Daniel Day-Lewis. It's a really good one. This would be doing something with it. Let's do something with this idea, you understand me? This might be too foreshortened. Okay. Okay, so we got the core of this down. We gotta do some backgrounds, but we want to push the background kind of deep by losing the detail. See, look at this pose. I like this pose better. What happened was I made his legs chunky. So let's see if we can fix this. Let's bring in the original. Let's see if this works. If we put this on there. Yeah, let's just put it on there. Ooh, I don't know. That's kind of ugly. We'll get there. Yeah, it depends. Looks like we're all good on this one, though. What's your favorite animal? What is this, kindergarten? Sarah Boone's on the stand? I'm kind of interested in hearing this.
Thought it would be nice to cook a nice steak dinner. We don't have two nickels to rub together, so I thought it would be special to
Don't have two nickels to rub together. Speaking of,
go above
kind of
normal
order some dinner.
writer's lunch in the refrigerator.
I wonder if
So I spent a lot of time doing
the
that.
shop across the street's still open.
George is drinking the the entire time, and on the back porch.
You were drinking as well, were you not?
I was drinking. He was on the back porch while I was in the house and I was cooking. And it was one of those where maybe if I...
You know, I always feel kind of strange when somebody kills someone else and then they're just like, that person was awful.
And
It's a tough spot to be in as a murdered person.
in the bedroom and had a movie set up for us to watch. So it would just kind of be dinner in bed. And then he came upstairs and...
What if I just had sushi for dinner?
And I don't know how to describe how drunk he was, but it definitely was not George. And had him come lay on the bed, sit on the bed, and put the I got the dogs out, and I presented him with the steak dinner, and sat down and was getting ready to start.
Favorite animal?
And
I don't really know. I don't think I have one.
he starts being very rude and
Should we get some fried rice?
finding fault with it. And then, I'm having to encourage him to eat. If you want me to cut it up for you, I will cut it up for you. Did you want some more sour cream for your potato? What can I do to make you happier? And then he started to pull on me and kept saying that, that I just want to you on the steak and you on the potatoes. And I took offense to that, and I kept trying to encourage him to eat. I started to eat.
Is this just him really drunk and saying nonsense?
I don't know why he was so angry that day. I don't know if it's because I got steak. I don't know. Most of the time I don't know the reason why. I couldn't take it anymore. Obviously, I was not going to be able to eat, so I started to crawl off of the bed to leave, just the bedroom. And he told me again that I'm not going anywhere, and he stabbed me in my leg, and it crunched. You could hear a noise that it made, and blood just started to come out of my leg, just like a
Jesus.
So I got off of the bed. He's starting to freak out, and grabbed me a towel. I got a wet towel, and I'm sitting here holding the towel, and it's increasingly becoming even more and more saturated by the minute. It's just minutes. So I'm going through towels and towels, and I said, George, I think I need to go to the hospital. This is not stopping to bleed. This is serious. And
Not stopping to bleed.
got on his knees and begged me, please don't call the police. Please don't call the police. Please don't call the police. And inevitably he went and got
What do you guys
the
think?
puppy.
Pepper steak or garlic chicken?
So I was not able to call anyone, and I wasn't able to leave in my car. So I figured I would just go downstairs. I'm just going to go downstairs, and I had propped my foot up on the glass table that we had, and blood is just everywhere. Blood is everywhere. I can't keep up with the amount of blood, and I'm starting to feel very weak and really weird. And he comes downstairs, and he's still begging me, please don't call 911. Please don't call 911. I kept telling him, there's something. This is serious. This is something. Because he knew that he would probably get arrested or something bad would happen to him.
Yeah.
So I couldn't take him anymore. He was just all over me, and just I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding very badly, and he's having me try to console him. And I kept telling him, please, I need to call 911, please. And I said, okay, just give me a moment. And I crawled upstairs to my son's bathroom, which is the furthest bathroom away from everything. And I remember holding onto the sink, and I looked into the mirror, and my lips were blue, and I knew I needed help. I needed help. And he came upstairs looking frantic for me, calling my name, and then I turned to him and I said, please, I'm going to die. I've lost a lot of blood. There's something
Oh
wrong.
my God.
Lips are blue. Please, we don't have to call an ambulance. If you could just take me, I'll drive whatever I can do, please, to go to the hospital for this. And he said that before anything happens, I had to concoct a story in order for him to not be arrested or be in trouble when we did inevitably get to the hospital. So I'm sitting there with this blood-soaked towel with blue lips, trying to come up with a story of what I can tell them when I go down there so he's not in trouble and telling him that it's okay.
Yeah, but what does
And
the
I came up
hospital
with
care?
the
Well, I guess they kind of do
story
care.
of sword
They
fighting,
probably would call the cops.
with our steak knives, and he accidentally punctured my leg. And from there,
How did you get to the hospital?
originally, he told me to drive, and because of the amount of alcohol that he drank, and I couldn't. So, he got into the driver's seat and drove me, and the entire time he's barking at me to make sure that I get the story straight. We're sword fighting, okay? We were drunk, you know.
We were sword fighting. That's weird.
You get treated there.
Yes, I
The nice thing about organic shapes is they're kind of almost never wrong, as long as they're not too weird.
Is this a fair and accurate depiction of the injury to your leg?
yes, I had to go to 2 different hospitals for it.
And we lied to medical personnel about how this happened?
Yes, they brought in sheriffs and everything.
Was it consistent with, they brought in sheriffs? Did you have to answer to the law enforcement officer?
Yes,
Did you stick with the story that you and the military agreed with?
I did.
Judge, I'd like to offer this deposit exhibit.
Noted. What was pre-marked as K will be received into evidence without objection as Defendant 6. You may publish, sir.
Thank you.
I wonder if I can put this on the stream.
Yes.
Is this the sad one you went?
Yes.
No, looks like that was it.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Can you tell us how it is that you know the defendant?
I dated her for quite a while, and then we eventually got married.
When you say you dated her for quite a while, how long are we talking?
I met her in the late 90s, and I believe it was around 2005 when we got married.
That's when I graduated high school.
As a result of your marriage with the defendant.
Yes, we had one son.
And how old is that son?
He is currently getting ready to turn 14.
Poor kid.
Did your marriage with the defendant?
He's probably more mature than his
No,
mom.
he did not.
And approximately when was it that you separated and began proceedings for divorce?
Probably 2017, I'm thinking maybe.
Oh, so they did it for about 10 years. Marriage seems very difficult, if I will make a comment about it. If I could. If you don't mind.
I think the divorce was 2017. I believe.
And after your divorce, what was your custody arrangement with your son that you had in common with the defendant?
She was supposed to have him on Mondays and Tuesdays. I would have him Wednesday, Thursdays, and then we'd alternate Friday through Sundays every other week.
So 1 week you would have 5 days with your son, and another week she would have 5 days.
Correct.
And was this still the same custody arrangement in February of 2020?
Yes.
And in February of 2020, did you have, do you recall the events
She sounded like she had been drinking and was pretty drunk.
Were you able to understand what the defendant was saying?
Somewhat, but she woke me up. I had work the next day. I was asleep when she called. Um, she's done this before, calling me late at night, and generally I kind of just try to ignore it, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Who was she living with at the time?
George Torres?
Did they ever really live together? I didn't know they lived together.
Could you hear George in the background at all?
Not that I remember, no.
Did you pay much attention to this phone call?
No.
Now, the following morning, on February 24th, 2020, did you begin to call the defendant?
Yes, I did.
And approximately what time did you begin to call the defendant?
I think it was like 11 o'clock or something.
And why was it that you were calling her?
Well, it was going to be Monday. I had him on Sunday and dropped him off at school, and I was calling to try and find out if she was going to be actually picking him up that day.
Why would you have a question about whether or not she was picking him up?
She wasn't generally very good about actually getting him on the day she was supposed to.
So it was not uncommon for you to have to remind her to pick him up or to make sure that she was going to pick him up.
Well, I mean, remind or just find out if she was going to, or if she was just going to give him over to me as what happened.
Do you remember at what time on February 24th
He's not necessarily trying to throw her under the bus.
with the defendant?
It was like 12:30 or something.
And when you actually got in touch with her, what did she tell you on the phone?
That George was dead, and if I would come over.
Did she say what happened to him?
I don't remember if she told me then on the phone or when I got there, but she told me they had been playing hide and seek and that she fell asleep.
What did you advise her to do?
I told her she needed to call 911 and that I would come over as soon as I could.
And this is on your first phone call here at approximately 12:30
Yes.
on 2/24/2020.
Yes.
Did she call you again while you were en route to her residence?
She did. She called to find out if I was still going to be coming over.
And when you spoke with her while you were en route, what, if anything, did you advise her?
I told her she needed to call 911 and told her I was on my way, but she needed to get somebody over there.
How long did it take you to arrive at her residence?
From the first phone call, or?
Yes, from the first one.
Well, I mean, I don't live, I mean, I live a minute or two drive away, but I had to get my puppy. We had just gotten a puppy recently. I had to get him in his crate and stuff like that and put something on because I was working from home. And total time maybe 10 minutes.
When you arrived at her apartment, tell us what she told you when you arrived.
That I mean, George was dead, and once again I don't remember if she told me now or before that they had been playing hide and seek and she fell asleep. But I at that time told her again she needed to get 911 called to get somebody over there.
Had she called 911 at this point?
No, she had not.
So you've advised her now 3 times to call 911.
Yes.
Did you go inside of her apartment?
I walked in the front door into the little tiled area, like entranceway thing.
What, if anything, did you observe
Looking into the living room, I could see like the end of his feet and maybe a little bit of some legs that were kind of coming out around the backside of the kitchen area.
Did you continue to go into the apartment?
No.
Where did you go?
Sarah told me she was going to call 911 and go outside and have a cigarette and a drink and asked me to come out there with her, and I told her that I didn't really feel comfortable being inside, and I went out front and got in my car and waited for people to show up.
Did you witness?
This guy's got more sense than she does. She should have stayed with him.
When she dialed,
Maybe he divorced her. I don't know.
got somebody on the phone, but
Well,
I wasn't there for the whole conversation.
kind of a weird haircut he's got going, but who am I to judge?
Stay there at the scene while police arrived.
Yes, I was there. I was part of it. I knew I'd have to talk to somebody, so
Did you talk with law enforcement?
I did.
I have no further questions at this time.
Thank you.
Any cross-examination? If we want to move some of our questions, we'll be called in our case.
Oh, they're going to call him back up again? They have a whole strategy on this. That's interesting because it seemed like she was going to have a tough, like no one wanted to take on her defense. She seems to be very happy with this particular attorney. And it's kind of interesting because the question really is, you know, what kind of defense can she definitely can't get an acquittal. I don't think there's going to be an acquittal, but she might be able to. I think she served 4 or 5 years already. So she might be able to get like a 10-year sentence for saying she's a battered lover and that she did it to save herself. But it doesn't, I mean, I'm not sure that's really the case though. Be interesting to see how the jurors decide to approach it. It's only 6 jurors from what I understand, from the limited information I have. From what I could be wrong, but I was under the impression there's only 6 jurors. Rated M for mature. Ooh, they got patrons. Let's see how their Patreon's doing. Pandora, Patreon. Oh, here it is. And then I think you can create chapters. $60 a month. I think you can create chapters by putting it in the description. Yeah. That's cool. I'm learning about YouTube. Yeah, he's getting kind of stiff, but that's all right. Really like him to be more dynamic. Yeah, let's put it together. It's an interesting page. I'm not sure we need all that stuff up there. We might be able to short these trees up. Because I think this was almost a full page, but this might not really need to be a full splash page. Could probably do something like this. Yeah. You could say this is all mudland, swampland, if you will. I don't know if there's actually a muscle right there on the back. It might just come off wrong. I know these calves are built like this. I'm not super great with anatomy. Who do you think is the most beautiful person you've ever seen? What? Some of these questions. The most beautiful person I've ever seen. You know, I've probably seen some people out in public that were stunning, but that's easier to do when you don't meet them. People generally come down in attractiveness exponentially after you meet them. So I don't know, probably some person in my head, maybe someone who's not real. So we're really turning this into one panel like this. So I could even probably go full page too. It'd be interesting. Man, this really lost some of its weight, I feel like. So true, man. Public indecency is such a... Oh, I thought that was a new comment. Sorry. That's funny. What if we should put like a spotlight on him? What a question. Who's the most attractive person you've ever seen? Now it looks like it's time to pick up dinner. I'll be back. The restaurant's right across the street. I live in the city, so it's okay. Yeah, it's rough stuff. Very gritty, as you say. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'll be right back. Kitty, take over the stream. Probably gonna want to grab a can of Coke. We're back at it. Let's watch something. You guys want to watch something with me? Ooh, Black Ocean. No, no more of this depressing stuff. Just eat Chinese Mexican. What? Just a guy eating? Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Draymond Green in high school? That's relatively interesting, but not stream for the stream. Let's see what Matt McCuster's going to say.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Thank God it's anything crazy. Yeah, you can totally fake those things. Yeah, I ain't making this fucking idiot. I'm the ADA. Be a nice commercial. That's Bitcoin, dude. Decentralization. That's what Bitcoin, that's what blockchain's all about.
Are you filling up
Flying
on Bitcoin?
Bitcoins? I don't really know. I still don't know what it does.
I thought it was done.
No, apparently everyone's saying it's coming back.
It goes away and then it comes back.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
You know, gold.
It's fat.
You know, gold is like when like things happen, like when like countries start to get like a little weird. Gold skyrockets.
Yeah.
I think when Trump got shot, gold went up. So everyone's like, oh no, we're about to, you know. So gold's high right now. Bitcoin is something like gold. When enough people, like, I don't know. I think it's something like that. Where
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I think like if you're on Reddit a lot, you're like, yeah, dude, it's coming up, and like
Yeah.
it'll spike.
You can like foment it. If you get some real the world is ending vibes going,
Oh.
Bitcoin could be if you can get enough people. I'm not describing it right. Red is not a good analogy. It's like, I think if you get like hopeful enough, you're like, I think we're actually gonna have a better future. It's like Bitcoin skyrockets, then like the dreamers. It just probably gets attacked by like billionaires.
Yeah, you need. I feel like you do need some. The U.S. dollar is fake and gonna collapse.
Yeah, we had this argument.
Yeah.
And your brother.
No, this is the kind of.
The
stuff
hell are
that
these
sells
guys talking
big
about?
time.
Yeah.
Because money doesn't matter.
Money doesn't matter. Money's not.
All right, sorry for putting those guys on there. I like Matt McCusker, so I wasn't sure if there was something that might come out of that. But these guys talking about how money doesn't matter is not appropriate.
I don't know, 300-400 Marvel Legends.
Oh, you're not going to disappoint me. I might disappoint you.
I get closer.
You know, in a parallel universe, I'd be hawking collectible toys.
I just wanted to see if we're even remotely... This collection came in yesterday, right before close,
What is that?
and his name was Jonathan, and he came from Virginia, detoured here on his way to Texas to visit family, and this was, I think he said him and his friend's stuff, or his friend's stuff, to get rid of, and it's just a nice mixture. There's a lot of good G.I. Joes. I mean, a lot of parts aren't here, but the hulls are, you know,
Woof.
usually this is broke and it's not, and this is, you know, a tougher piece, you know. this
Oh, that's
guy's
G.I. Joe.
Or they chromed it, so that's the shark. This is a really cool piece right here. So this was the Sears exclusive Dreadnought Ground Assault. Now it's missing everything, but it's just a tough piece.
Yeah.
You don't see this often at all.
You know what's interesting? You can literally make money
But
off
yeah,
of
this
giving
was something
people
that they did for
spare
Sears. They did
things.
this in the Ram cycle in a 2-pack.
like just
And,
finishing
I mean,
collections,
there's a
like
lot
weapons
missing,
and
but
stuff
it's a
like
nice
that.
haul. It's definitely a cool piece that you don't see often. And then that's Night Force, which we don't get that often. And then this is the Persuader.
Just a beef and broccoli with rice.
in Night Force. There's some of the more common Night Force vehicles. I mean, the rare ones, are going to be the night boomer, which is the sky striker, or the whale, or the moray, or those are the tougher to get ones. But then some turtles, which is cool. The giant tackle box, the mobile command center, some cool mask stuff. Not everything here, but bag of good parts, some mask guys, and some of this, like this was from the split seconds line, so this is a tougher piece. This jet, I don't think you get it this. But, and then cops and crooks. So, that's cool. We've never
What?
had this. Oh, right? Never had this.
I don't think I've ever seen that. It's G.I. Joe.
Did
It's
they
got
repurpose
Cobra on
this
it.
or no? No, it's not RoboCop. No. I don't know. But this is cool.
I've never seen that.
Oh, that's right. But we've never had one, and now we do. So we got 4 cops vehicles. That's the general, which this thing is so cool, but there's always so many problems with it. So, for example, the pegs are gone. So basically we'll probably strip this for parts. But it's such a cool piece. So this goes on right here. But then the tabs are always broke. So it's 9 out of 10. It seems to be the problem. So
Yeah.
I mean, kind of the whole shot. But then
Never
you pull
seen that
this
before.
Off, that off, this off, and then salvage.
Is that G.I. Joe?
And well, that's usually broke too, and that's not broke. So that, yeah. So I mean, a lot of it'll be cannibalized. But good stuff. But now we got another guy coming all the way from Kansas. And based off of what he said, it's a ton of Marvel Legends, so it's Travis.
I like me some legends.
Unless he didn't bring what he mentioned he was bringing, but based off the phone call, it was a crap ton of Legends.
Yeah, you said
I forget what he said now.
it was like a few years worth.
I don't know, it's a lot, I thought. Maybe 500 or 600.
That is a lot. That's a big collection.
So yeah, I'll be observing. I'll be learning.
I'm Tom Mundy, Topeka, Kansas.
Alright, so did you bring a lot of Legends?
I don't know, 300-400 Marvel Legends. Marvel ones? Mm-hmm. Marvel Legends, and I've got maybe 100 of them, like the Toy Biz. Yeah. Up to and a mixture of
So it's more Hasbro, but some Toy Biz.
Yeah.
Alright.
So then probably somewhere in there like 2004 to 2010, something like that. It's kind of where it falls. Well, just the whole thing. Probably the last one I bought was probably a year or so ago. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, he's still buying.
Oh yeah, let's bring him in.
Yeah.
Most of them are all open, I guess I'm still that box like Maestro.
Did you bring Frank Frankenstein? Ah, cool.
No kidding. It's my food.
Did you buy the bootleg one?
I bought the bootleg one because it came from the same factory, and you can't really tell.
Yeah, you would compare it or look, or it's.
How's it bootleg
it's
if it came from the
clearly
same factory?
ways.
Oh.
But I mean, even the bootlegs are money.
Oh, I see.
There was a time where I think it was cheap.
Yeah, no, I think when they first started hitting, I don't remember what year it was, but when I first noticed it, they were around $100, $150. Hardbacks, maybe 1,000 hardbacks, and
No kidding.
from all different Star Wars.
No, sweet deal. No.
So forth. You set this one on top. You set this one on top. I'll take these in. All right. Yep.
I don't know. This will be a little tougher. We'll see what he wants on these. They're cool, but we don't do a whole lot with diecast.
You might have to kick those back. Because someone will buy them.
Alright, so this is
What?
Star
Is that 77 Star Wars?
So I'll have something to do. See you later.
Said,
Act like you didn't see that.
And the multi-cat formula?
That's what he said, yes.
Wow.
Okay, so these are vintage collection.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. You could definitely sell those.
That's cool. Oh, so he saved all his stuff. So it's not vintage, but vintage collection. So these are the 30th anniversaries.
Oh, okay.
Power of the Jedi. Oh, that's cool.
Power of the Jedi. As long as it's none of that green card stuff. That stuff got poured out.
Do you need me to a lot? Because I didn't see
he's
much
got a-
Marvel in.
Yeah, I think the one was Star Wars.
No, kitten. This is my food, kitten.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, Star Wars.
Star
Let's have
Wars.
an exclusive wedge Antilles, but he's supposed to be right here. So no wedge.
Star Wars. Yes, this is Star Wars.
Vader carrying case. This one's a little bit more complicated to put you guys in.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I wonder when that came
That's
out.
cool. They need to do this again. I don't think they do figure cases anymore.
I think 400 Marvel.
I don't think people collect figures anymore.
Packages for all those.
Are they
Like, think about it. Who's really putting out figures besides McFarlane?
on Marvel yet?
He's got Big Ben in the back trunk.
The action figure game's over, really.
Oh, so this is that's a lot of paperwork.
These are all, tons and tons and tons of.
I don't want any of that shit, man.
Alright.
The trunk is just full of hardwood. They put some Marvel Legends.
Alright. Yeah, I started looking at that. Those are cool.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff in there.
Yeah, no. I like paperwork.
Alright, you ready for the last one? We're gonna need some empty things probably to. Oh, some toads to.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just want to empty the big one then?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we
sure.
can- No, I think you out the trunk.
Alright, cool.
This is probably a good time to come then, huh? Yeah.
Do I look like an anime character
A little bonkers.
Yeah.
eating a pile of rice?
I was looking forward to looking at you. Everything. I saw in that one video you guys were tearing down a wall or something somewhere.
Oh, in the back? Yeah, we're getting real close to expanding. This wall will come down and we'll push back.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, the only newer Star Wars movie stuff I bought was like Rogue One, because I really liked it. And
Yeah, that's the only Disney Star Wars that I like.
yeah.
So-
that's
so
like
you-
awful.
But I think I understand how everything's relative to what you grew up with.
Right.
So I'm always going to have the love for the original trilogy, because that's what I saw as a kid.
Right.
And I think what'll end up probably happening is the people who are, because I see it now with the Clone Wars stuff. Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Those guys are in their 30s now.
Yeah.
That's Star Wars for them.
Right.
But I don't know anybody that likes the new Star Wars except for Rogue One. But then maybe in 20 years, the kids who grew up with that are going to be like, that's my Star Wars and your Star Wars is trash.
Yeah.
So it'll all age out.
Sorry.
But I can just tell you from a toy selling standpoint,
Yeah, it's $1 now.
you can't sell them for $5. Hello. It's weird. It's like they somehow sabotaged the entire franchise.
Potentially.
Yes, somehow. I wonder how.
So now you got a tote. You need another tote, you think?
We could probably get started with that. And I think that would be enough. And I have the box for that big,
The Famba?
yeah. I have the box for that. Maybe.
Episode 1. Famba. Alright, yeah. so this is definitely Travis baby. I'll move the Star Wars over here.
All right. Can't gorge myself. Charlie's my kitty, Charlie.
That's cool. And the holiday special. Okay, so that is. Okay, so that. Alright, so let me knock these out. I have a feeling he probably had his trunk just packed.
Oh, bad. Yep. Absolutely. I don't want any of that shit, man. All those boxes and stuff he held on to. Unfortunately, buddy, that just turned into hoarding.
You want to split that stack up?
No one wants that.
Tell you what, you got that. We'll just get the doors and all. Anyway, bunch of your cardboard.
Cool. Then you're probably glad to free up a lot of space.
Yeah, and it still looks like I haven't even touched it. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, so you're like me, you save everything.
Yeah.
I know how much
This guy's nicer than I would be.
1,000 Marvel mini mates, all loose.
Oh, wow.
All different ones. Every one was different.
See, I have a ton on the eBay side because nobody buys them in the store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't sell them.
Yeah, I sold it for Pennsylvania. And then I also sold 1,500 loose Star Wars.
Mm.
Got rid of almost all of those.
Oh, wow.
Those are worth a ton.
I got it.
If you got loose Star Wars figures, vintage.
I shut it, but there you go.
Oh my God! I thought you guys were watching this with me, and you're not. I'm the worst.
A couple months ago, I was watching trailers or something, YouTube videos, I think, and I just happened to stumble upon an episode. I was like, this is really fascinating. And so I just went back, watched all the previous episodes, and then every couple of weeks I get on, on YouTube and look to see if there's another episode. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That guy seems like a nice guy. I like his vibe.
Just add it up. I'm trying to at least group some things so it makes it easier to add. Yeah, just
Kenny, stop it! No.
make it where I can. Oh, this
All right.
this together is that, and then add it. So yeah, Miss Marvel, whoever she is, Miss here. Unless we find this one. Yeah, let's find the package and stuff. Oh, I see. I don't know where. I looked all over the house. I thought, well, maybe there wasn't a problem with this, or the package name was somebody else. But okay. So you know. Yep. I'll keep an eye out. If I do find them, I'll just mail them to you. Sure. But nothing you don't have yet. No, there's a few things I don't have. Here's some of these 2-packs. Like I don't have him. And I don't have. There was a black down here, and this one. These were like Toys R Us 2-packs. I had maybe one of them, so I have to get those at some point, right? Gotta catch them all. Man thing. Oh yeah. Man thing is so freaking cool. Yeah, no, I was excited for that little figure. Man thing. We got both versions of Wendigo. Yep. Both Wendigos. Yeah. I like. Well, the Build-A-Figure was a little less exciting, just because the one in the Fin Fang Foom Wave, it looks like the one from his appearance in the Spider-Man comics when Todd McFarlane was drawing it, and I was like, that's cool, but it took me a while to get him. Well, I missed them the first time around because, you know, the economy was bad and I didn't have money to really blow on Legends. So I saw that whole wave, but I can't get these.
Right, yeah. Yeah, there's some assorted, you know, parts in there. Like I didn't finish, what's his name, Mr. Fix-It.
Yep, yep.
You know, I just probably bought whatever cool figure came with his body, you know.
Right. Well, that's the thing. If you're collecting and having fun and you're not trying to be a completist, you always end up with a little pile of Build-A-Figure parts.
And sometimes I'll freak out and be like, I gotta build this guy no matter what, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like Juggernaut, you know.
Oh yeah, Juggernaut, that was a cool wave. But then nobody really cared then.
One Build-A-Figure I've got at home still that I want to finish is, I think I only kept like 4 or 5 figures. Do I know? I only kept like 4 or 5 figures.
Okay.
And one of them is a figure that I hadn't finished building yet, which is the Venom Deadpool.
Oh, Venompool, yeah.
Yeah, so I need like the Morbius arm. That's the only thing I'm missing is the arm.
So now, what were you thinking on all this paperwork?
I mean, I found a lot more than I thought I had. All the card backs and stuff. You know, originally I was just gonna, you know, just give that stuff to you. You know, but you know, and give it all to you.
All right.
That's what you know. It's, you can't really sell it. It's just good for.
Well, I mean, if it was vintage, it definitely has a lot more value.
Oh yeah.
On the newer stuff, yeah, it'll just get added to the pile. I mean, and they'll have to organize it, and that's the fun part.
Yeah.
See, a lot of these sets are crazy.
All right. Let's see. Where are we at here?
I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily this exact one, but some of these little box
It's a
sets with
creepier
clothes
page.
are like $300 to $400, $500.
Wow.
Yeah, if they were still sealed. Yeah.
Back when I was opening them, I was like, I'll never sell these anyway. I was opening them.
Yeah, all these, the Clone Wars stuff is just like we're saying, those kids are reliving their childhood and eating up all that stuff.
Okay. Where are we at? 9 o'clock.
Rebels.
Oh yeah, no, it was great.
That was fantastic. And the Ahsoka, I thought it was pretty good.
See, I have this on the ground over there.
Oh yeah.
So if you get a box,
I'm trying. You know what's funny? Because I remember in one of your episodes, I saw that sitting out towards the front here,
yeah.
and I remember, you know, I got that box. I think that's probably what
Yeah,
you think.
this is sitting on the ground in front of the Star Wars case. But then, you know, you put it in a box now. See, they just did it so good back then.